Hey students and family members, thanks for joining us for today's total participation video and study guide. I'm Mr. Panza and the 4th grade class is here with me. Say hello everyone. Hi. Alright, so we're going to go through each problem and I'm hoping this helps study for tomorrow's time test. When you see a question like this and it says 2 different ways, we're talking about the regular way and the smart way. So the students know that the smart way means instead of looking at this and saying that it's 12, it actually means a clock. And instead of looking at the 3 and the 9 and saying, oh, 15 and 45, this actually means quarter after. And on this side of the clock, we're talking quarter bot. And every student should be able to tell you what the B, the O, and the T mean. They're going to tell you right now. Quarter, B means quarter what? Everyone blow it in your hand. Hold it above your head. Shake it. 3, 2, 1. The O in your hand. Shake it. Means 3, 2, 1. And the T above your head and shake it. 3, 2, 1 means? Good. Class. So when we cut this clock into fourths, that's why we know the 3 is quarter after an hour and the 9 is quarter before, of, or till. Well, this first one doesn't have any, but that still doesn't mean you can't read this in a smart way. So let's first say it the regular way and then we'll talk about the smart way. When I look at this clock, my red hand is my hour hand. It's pointing just beyond the 5, which means I'm in the 5 o'clock hour, and we are at 10 after here, 11 and 12. So what's the regular way to say this? Everyone blow it in your hand. Hold it above your head and shake it. 3, 2, 1. The time is? 5:12. So even though it's not at the 3 and you're not saying quarter after, you're saying that how many minutes it is after because it's on this side of the clock. So everybody blow the smart way in your hand. Hold it above your head. And let's get ready to say it in 3, 2, 1. 12 after 5 or 12 minutes after 5. They also should be spelling out the words 12 after. And technically, I know many of us will write the number 5. You should be writing the word 5. 12 after 5 or 12 after 5 o'clock. One thing we hadn't addressed yet, which comes up in the second problem, is the fact that the minute hand is now at the 6, which instead of saying 30 minutes past an hour or 30 minutes till the next hour, we actually say half past. Well, in the regular way, in this one, with my hour hand in between the 10 and the 11, and the minute hand at the 6, what's my regular way? Students, blow it in your hand. Hold it above your head and shake it. Total participation in 3, 2, 1. So the regular way is 10:30, which means that the smart way is what? Above your head. Shake it. 3, 2, 1.
Half past 10.
Good. Half past 10 o'clock. I'm going to just shorthand it so we can keep moving on. Finally, we did talk about what this means to be quarter bot. So there's a variety of different ways, but just to practice kind of saying the same thing, we're going to say the T. First, let's say it the regular way. Above your head. Shake it. 3, 2, 1.
5:45.
And again, we're replacing it with the T. The smart way. Above your head. Shake it. 3, 2, 1. This time is? Now that's the one thing that can get confusing. You got to make sure if the hour hand is in between 2 numbers, you're going quarter till the next, which is quarter till 6, not quarter till 5. Main difference there. The other thing we really covered during time, there's really 3 things. Regular way, smart way, shared start time, end time, which gives us elapsed time. So what you may see most of the students doing is creating a chart that we call the SHE chart. Start time, helper time, elapsed time. And what we do here is we try and make it easy on us to figure it out. So we go from 4:55, and what would be a good time to jump to? Because I can't go from 4:55 to 5:55. I would jump beyond my time. So instead, I should jump to a friendly time. Who can tell me a friendly time? Good. Many of us can. What is that friendly time? Blow it in your hand. Shake it. 3, 2, 1. The friendly time is?
5 o'clock.
I would actually say 5 o'clock. I did hear maybe one say 5:55, but take a look at my end time. 5:55 would be beyond where we have to go. Well, how much time has elapsed? 5 minutes. So I end my minutes there. My new start time is whatever the helper time was, because that's your current time. Where are you? And we need to go from 5 o'clock to 5:10. And how many minutes have passed, everyone? Blow it in your hand. Shake it above your head. 3, 2, 1.
10 minutes.
Now, I don't stop there. Many fourth graders will just say, hey, I got my answer. I'm good to go. You still need to add these minutes together, and at times you need to add the hours together. So what's my total minutes of elapsed time in question number 4? Blow it in your hand. Shake it. 3, 2, 1.
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Let's do one more elapsed time problem, and then we'll go on to the back problem. So let's take a look at number 5. Again, setting up an SHE chart does nothing more than shows my mathematical thinking. My start time in this case, I just drop it right down into the box, is 2:10. And this case, I can actually jump up by hours. Now, there's 2 ways to do this. I can either go hour by hour, and if I go from 2:10 up 1 hour, what time is it going to be? Just 1 hour more. Above your head. Shake it. 3, 2, 1.
3:10.
Okay, so I can either jump up to 3:10, which is 1 hour, and then start again at 3:10, jump up another hour, which gets me to 4:10, and then eventually go from 4:10 to 4:15, which is going to get me my minutes. So I have 1 hour of elapsed time here and 5 minutes of elapsed time, which means my total is going to be 2 hours, 5 minutes. But what I have to be mindful of is some of us are ready and able to move on from doing just minutes and hours at a time. So instead of going to just 3:10 and saying that 1 hour has passed, you can go 2:10 immediately to 4:10, which is 2 hours. Thus, skipping the step in the middle, not needing this time here, and still getting the same answer of 2 hours, 5 minutes. If you understand that, clap your hands twice and say, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. Everybody do me a favor and say, oh yeah, and flip your paper over to the back. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Now, you also have to be able to determine elapsed time in word problems like this. So if I see that my start time is 4:10, I figure out the elapsed time, or the total amount time that it took to get to 5:37. At other times, they may give you a time of day and give you the elapsed time, like number 10, and see that's 6 o'clock, and it took him 55 minutes to complete. So I need to jump ahead 55 minutes, which would mean this would be 6:55 p.m. Unfortunately, I read the question incorrectly. Many students understand that we read way too quickly 2 times, and we don't actually see the question. This says, what time did the student start? Which means I need to start at 6 o'clock and actually go backwards 55 minutes. Well, if I subtract an hour from 6 o'clock, that gets me to 5 o'clock. But since it was only 5 minutes, I actually started the race at 5:05, which is 55 minutes before I finished the race. So these are nothing more than start time, helper time, elapsed time, SHE chart questions. The bottom part, however, is a little bit different. This is when we actually take time and relate it to measurement. Because you have to understand, when you're converting measurement, you need to know if your unit is getting smaller or larger. And we've come up with a mini song to remember that. So we're going to start with smaller. And please remind everyone at home who's watching the video, if
Units getting smaller, multiply.
class,
Yes.
so if it's getting smaller, we multiply. And the opposite is, if it's getting larger, it does something totally different. So if
Units getting bigger, unify.
all right, so in that case, I need to know, is my unit getting smaller or larger If you forget, you can still set up a chart. But I need to know that in 1 hour, there is 60 minutes. In 1 minute, there is 60 seconds. If I don't know that basic unit of measurement in time, I'm lost. So 60 is the number to know. And now I can answer this question. That does have one small mistake in it. Miss Julie should say, how long did it take her to run the race? And thank you for the student that pointed that out. 5-mile race, 57 minutes, 12 seconds. Well, I want to know how many seconds it took her. So if I'm going from minutes to seconds, my unit is getting smaller. I'm just going to take the minutes and convert and add the seconds in later. I've got 57 minutes, and I want to know how many seconds it took. Here's a chart that I can check in. As long as I know the unit of study, I go 1 minute equals 60 seconds, which means because they are diagonal from each other, I'm multiplying 60 times 57. When I take 57 over to the side here and I multiply it by 60, I can drop down my 0 into the answer. 7 times 6, everyone. Basic fact. Blow it in your hand. Shake it. 3, 2, 1 is?
42.
And 6 times 5. Above your head. Shake it. 3, 2, 1.
30.
Plus 4 is 3,420 seconds. But I must also add my 12 seconds in, which means my answer is 3,432 seconds. You do the same exact thing for number 12, except your unit is actually getting larger. So you divide in this case. You're going to take 1,140 seconds and divide it by 60. Anybody want to share their answer? What did you get? Nice and loud. 190 minutes. That seems a little bit too long. Different answer. What you got? 19 minutes. The 0 is what you forgot to take out there. When you take the 0 out, you're going to get 19 minutes. So 19 minutes is our answer. Finally, in the questions below, you still need to know specific units of measurement. Like for number 13, what would be best unit of measurement? Seconds, minutes, or hours to measure a center fielder throwing a ball from center field all the way to home plate. Blow it in your hand. Shake it. 3, 2, 1. Seconds would be the best time units of measurement. How about the best unit of time measurement to take a drive from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh? 3, 2, 1. Hours. Our final question is a combination of our knowledge of time and measurement as well as being able to figure out what is going on. 3/4 of an hour is the first thing you need to know. How many minutes are in 3/4 of an hour? 45 minutes. So in 3/4 of an hour, I've got 45 minutes. They do that 4 times a day. So if I wanted to create a bar model, I certainly could. And go to the top. There's 3/4, another 3/4, another 3/4, and then I figure out the minutes. Because the question says, how many minutes does she spend conducting tours? 45 minutes, 45 minutes, 45 minutes, and 45 minutes. Or, if you wanted to simplify, because repeated addition is nothing more than multiplication, 45 times 4. 5 times 4 is 20. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 2 is 18. That's 180 minutes. But it's asking me in the next question to figure out how much she makes in hours. Well, in this case, 180 minutes can be converted. That answers my first question because it says, how many minutes does she spend conducting tours a day? How much money does she make if she's paid $15 an hour? Well, 180 minutes. How many hours is that? 3 hours times 15 is going to get me 45. Thanks for stopping by. Hope this helped.